Good evening, folks. How is everyone? As always, I hope you're doing well. You know, you're my people and I love you. I always want you to be the big three, my friends. Welcome to another drink along. Tonight, we're going to take a look at one that is once again local to me, but I really like this brewery. So, this is Fateful, a West Coast IPA from the Fate Brewing Company. Fate Brewing. And they're in Tempe, they're in Phoenix, they're in Scottsdale. So, basically, the whole metro area. I do need to drag my ass over to their brew house one of these days, but please remove label and recycle this can. Don't tell me what to do. You're not my supervisor. Standard bullshit government warning. Fate Brewing. Independent brewery. They've been around since 2012. 1 pint. 6.6 is the ABV. The IBUs are listed as 85. Ooh, okay. Buckle up. Now, again, just because they say the IBUs are 85 doesn't mean that it's going to be a bad beer. So, nothing on their webpage, which is just about pushing the brew houses themselves and their menu, and it's a cool place to come and hang out. I don't do that shit, but thank you. So we went to Untapped. Fateful IPA, 6.6 for the ABV, 85 for the IBUs. They gave it a 3.77 out of 6,562 ratings, but you do you, man. If you've been here long enough, you watch me drink enough beer, you know where I kind of sit, and so that kind of gives you a jumping off point. Our flagship West Coast IPA. Bold yet balanced, with bright notes of honey-soaked citrus and pine needles. Nothing about that sounds interesting. Fix your marketing department. Anyway, let's do the crack, let's do the pour, let's do the temp. There's no music because I'm lazy and busy, and it's tax season. Also, at some point in the near future, the channel is going to go on hiatus for beer because Mills has come across a metals detox program that we're going to take a look at. And so, while I'm detoxing my metals, I probably won't be drinking alcohol. And it's heavy metals. Aluminum, mercury, cadmium, all this shit that floats around, as well as, the halides like chlorine, fluoride, all the other really good stuff they pump into your body. We are above temp. I don't know what's going on with my refrigerator, man. I got 49. The approved temperature people are going to be very unhappy with me. I can get over it and die unhappy, which is pretty much my motto for most things anyway. There we go. Let's take a look at her with some white. She's really nice. She's I would say 4. 4 is the number that came to mind first. I don't have it set up for you to see too much of the head, but it is a nice and it's a bubbly, frothy head. Let's go with that. It's not smooth and creamy. She does pack nicely. It looks like she might lace for us. No idea what that is or that, but it's early on. So, okay. Biding time. Let's get that sniffer in there and see what's going on. She's not as piney as I thought she was going to be when they said 85. At 85, I think you're literally just drinking floor cleaner. You know, if I was to be honest, I would say pine, and maybe we are picking up the honey, not so much the citrus. I don't know if I would have gone with honey without having read the description first, though. So, here's what it is. All right, slip of the tongue, my friends. Yeah, I got nothing. Salute. pine. Nice full mouthfeel, intradental soft palate, tongue, little leakage out into the buccals. Dirty, big surprise there. But not that dirty, which is also kind of surprising. Now, the pine does taper off, but I don't know if it's that honey citrus note that they're telling us are in here. Okay, well, we've been down this road before. I don't believe pine is an actual flavor. A lot of people that do, but there's a lot of people that believe a lot of weird stuff. Apparently, you can still mail letters to Elvis. Heard that shit. I was like, okay. Elvis would be like 100 by now, by the way. And yet, surprisingly, is she doesn't hit like an 85 IBU. She's not so bitter you get bitter beer face. Look those commercials up from back in the day. So she is really well balanced and well crafted. The pine is tempered, but I would say it's 75 pine, maybe 25 of the tempering honey citrus. But she is at it's just caught there, driving me nuts. She is at 48, 49, so right at the top of the range. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause. I'm going to put it in the freezer and bring the temperature down so we can get a good look at her in a cooler temperature range. And I'm going to let this one warm up. We'll be right back. So, hang tight, my friends. Lacing fans, here you go. All kinds of weird shit. That kind of looks like a grasshopper with a cane from a children's story. And that one looks like a leafy sea dragon with, or maybe a Dr. Seuss horse. I don't know. We'll be right back. Hang tough, my friends. She's tasty. Alrighty, my friends, let's take a look. 55. So we're up 6. It's kind of how we do things around here for no other reason than just random. Cheers. Okay, so the nose has shifted out of that pine. Kind of interesting. So the pine has come down. And it is a honey nose. I don't know if it's a honey citrus. I like honey, and I have a whole bunch of different kinds because it's honey and it's delicious. I don't care if it's bee vomit. It's delicious bee vomit. Let's slip it a tongue. She's sped up. It's a lot less tongue involvement now. She rides the tongue all the way back, but only really lights up the tip. She still fills nicely. So you got roof of the mouth and intradentals, a little out into the buccals, but that's about all. She's dried up. The flavor profile that we saw initially has faded into the background along with the nose, which I guess does kind of make sense. So yeah, she's not overly piney. Thank you, Jesus. You are getting more of that. The pine's starting to kick in on the back end now, but only lightly and at the very, very back. You are getting more of that, what they call honey citrus, presenting now. But as she goes back and she finishes, now you're getting the pine. Still dirty. Oh, excuse me. I didn't know I had Taco Bell for lunch. Joke. It's a joke, dude. That's a motorcycle in case the microphone didn't pick it up. Sorry. Yeah, so I like her better at this temp than I did at the colder temp. But you know how it goes. We're going to go up 6 more, and I'm going to fish that one out of the freezer and see how cold we got it. So 55, 6, 61, 62. We'll see what we're going there. I've got her at 58 right now, so we should be right back. See you in a moment, my friends. Alrighty, my friends, we are back. I've got 61.9, 62, 64. We're going to assume that we're close enough to 61, 62 to pull it off. So let's see what we've got. The nose is edging back to pine, but it's very, very light. You swirl it, you kind of get that honey citrus that they're talking about. So let's slip it a tongue. Okay. Light, thin, flat, fast, bitter. Piney. Yeah. We still have to pull the one out of the freezer, and we're going to go from there. Right now, mouthfeel still the same. It's starting to chalk out my teeth, though, at this temperature, but a lot of that, I think, is just from the bitterness. Piney, though. So hold on. We'll come back. We'll do the cold one and see what she looks like, and we'll wrap this up. All right. Pulled her out of the freezer. Let's see what we got going on. Glass just got a whole lot colder. The nose is vacant, so she's probably way too cold. Let's stick a probe in, find out. 43, 42, 43, 42. And 43.5. So we are just outside of the approved range. She is cold. Get that sniffer in there. It's biding time again. Yeah, I'm not really pulling anything. See if we can get some esters moving. If I told you I got almost an oregano nose on there, I would not be lying. On the other hand, the pizza that I need to eat that I just pulled out of the oven too, so it could be from that. Call me crazy. The pine, the honey citrus, there's nothing here. And yeah, the oregano smell is the pizza smell wafting in from the kitchen, so you can discount that one. Let's slip of the tongue. So at this temp, she's fast. The mouth fill has contracted down to basically just the roof of the mouth. A little bit of the tongue, although she still rides the tongue back, she's not lighting anything up. She tumbles through the flavor profile. So you get the pine and the honey citrus and the pine and the honey citrus and the pine and the honey citrus. It's odd, but that's the way she's rolling. It's almost like she's separated out and then trying to recombine. That being said, at this temperature, pine on the back of the throat. Pine overlay now in the dirty oils that cling or piney. Really piney. Lost that honey citrus note that it had. Interesting though. So that's what I got for you, my friends. Now the big questions: would I buy this beer again? Probably not. But I'm not a big fan of pine, and you must take that with the grain of salt. Would I drink this beer again? Yeah, sure. Try it on tap. You know what Batshit Man is? Batshit Man is not afraid to tap anything. And fortunately, that's how he became Batshit Man. Yes, I would like to try it on tap. And if you handed this to me out of the cooler, what would I say? Well, I would say thank you, but I'd ask you if you had something else. Again, I'm just not a pine guy. It's not really my thing. So, good for the style. For a West Coast, a lot of people are going to be surprised, and she's not nearly piney and bittery enough. I mean, even with 85 IBUs, she's not ex-wife bitter. You know, it's just not as horrible as it could be. When I say horrible, I don't like bitter, and if you do, more power to you. But this is not an overly bitter beer. At 85, you would expect it to be. Well, for me, again, I top out about 40 on IBUs, and after that, they kind of become undrinkable. But this one did a really nice job. To be fair, while she is not really my style, uh, she's still really drinkable. You know what? We're going to give her a 4.75. She's interesting. She progresses nicely through the flavor profile. There's some interesting notes in there. She's 85 and drinkable, which shows you that she was really, really well balanced and well crafted. I like this brewery. These guys know what they're doing. They're turning out some nice stuff. So, yeah, I like them. All right, thanks for coming by. Putting some eyeballs on. You know you're my people and I love you. I always want you to be the big three. I want you healthy. I want you happy. I want you safe, honorable, dutiful, vigilant, gray man, having a swivel, hot and handy. Comes with its own list of responsibilities. That is on you, my friend, to make sure you know what the hell is up and down and right and left. Do your research before you commit to anything. Anything. It's tax season, so like I said earlier in the video, Mills wants to do a metals detox. Okay, I'm good with that. And again, tax season, so it's going to be busy, which is why this video is late. It's the universe, man. The universe does what it wants, and it's up to the rest of us to keep up. So I will catch you on the next one. Until then, my friends. Skol. Pizza time.